Hey guys, welcome back. If you did not watch yesterday's video, I highly recommend going to watch yesterday's video because it is part one to this two-part series. We are keeping on going. We're continuing with the declutter of Frida's makeup collection because I have too much and I'm sick and tired of it and I just want everything purged. I want it all cleaned out. I want it organized. I want it to be perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. We're doing eyeshadow palettes, the hardest one of them all. I will have a mental breakdown doing this, and I already am getting like anxiety thinking of like getting rid of any of this. But I have a couple of palettes that I'm like maybe about, so we're just gonna go through it. So if you guys are interested, I'm doing eyeshadow palettes, and then I'm doing face products like blushes, bronzers, highlights, all that stuff. So if you guys are interested, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just opened up a drawer and I forgot that I have like a lot more palettes. Okay. Okay, any more? Got any more down here? Okay. I got them all. We're here. We got them. We are going to start with a palette that I am not decluttering. This is the Modern Renaissance. This just holds a very special place in my heart. This is the OG where it all started, where my makeup tutorials kind of took off. This is like the first eyeshadow palette I truly made a dent in, along with another palette. It's down here, with another Anastasia palette, but this is just my favorite. I love this one. It is such a good staple. I bought it for one of my friends for Christmas, and I just truly think this is a really good starter palette if you're gonna invest in one. I'm not decluttering this either. This is a Sweet Talk palette. I absolutely adore this palette, especially for summertime and springtime. It is so cute. But I'll just go ahead and go into one palette that I know that I am decluttering, and this is the ColourPop My Little Pony. I did a tutorial on this palette right here, and it actually did like really well on my channel, but I don't use these colors. I don't really look at this palette and get excited, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's doing nothing for me, so that one's got to go. This Baby Got Peach palette is so, wow. Okay, I need to pull this back out. I love, this gets me excited, okay? This right here, this shade, these two right here get me excited. I might actually, you guys need to vote on some tutorials, okay? What do you guys want to see out of all of this that I'm about to talk about? Let me know, because I need to do some tutorials. Love that palette, that's so good. That gets me really excited. This one is the It's My Pleasure. It's, I need to get that middle shade out of there because it's really just messing up everything and making me feel like I shouldn't keep it, but it's only because that one is destroyed. So I'm going to actually clean that out, because I've tried pressing it in there and it just doesn't work. And I don't have a lot of purple palettes, so I'm gonna keep this one. I know this is breaking some people's hearts because that shade was probably one of the most beautiful shades in the palette. One of the main reasons I have this palette, but truly you guys, I have tried to make it work and, oh, okay, well there goes another. I just lost two shades. That one just completely fell out into my trash can and shattered everywhere. So that like isn't cool, but I'm gonna keep these just for the fact that I need some types of purples in my collection. I don't have a lot of purples, I know that for sure, so I'm just gonna keep that for that reason, but I guess I decluttered two shades, if that's what you wanna call it. Now, ColourPop Cute AF palette. I don't know what to do. Part of me really wants to keep this because I have some warm tone, but not as warm toned as this. So I'm gonna keep it because it truly is a really good palette. And you guys seem to really like ColourPop tutorials, so I'm gonna keep that for that reason. Dream Street for sure is going to be kept in there. So I am actually going to get rid of this Perception palette. This is a Shayla X ColourPop collection. I don't know why, but for some reason this palette just doesn't really excite me. The only shade I really like inside of here is this shade right here, and I have never even once touched it. So I'm just gonna get rid of this one. I don't ever use it, so I just need to stop being in denial that I will use it. So that one's gonna go. I am also, this is going to be surprising, you guys. She's gotta go. We're really gonna break up right now. She's gotta go. I absolutely hate this palette. Have tried to make this work 1,000 times and it frustrates me to no end. And you know, normally I would never declutter a Anastasia palette, but just hear me out for a second. You guys understand what I'm saying if you know that Anastasia palettes used to be rare. So Nicole Cutler used to talk about this, or has talked about it on her channel. She's talked about how rare Anastasia palettes used to have. Like if you got one, that was like, it was amazing. In the last year, Anastasia, for some reason, just started to release so many eyeshadow palettes. I'm very like happy that she's doing collaborations and everything, but there's just so many palettes that she has that it's really just become so, it's just not special anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but to me, I don't feel special whenever I buy an Anastasia palette. I haven't bought one in a really long time. And this one, unfortunately, I love the colors. The shades are beautiful. This color theory that she had going on was a really good idea. But this is one of the palettes that I was one of those people it didn't work for. Like I tried everything I could and this palette just sucks. I have tried so many times and it's gonna break my heart, but it's time to let go. Like I have it just for the fact that I want to collect it and that's stupid. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. This is the Anastasia Prism palette. I don't know if I want to keep this or not. This is gonna break my heart if I do have to get rid of it. But you see, I collected these because they were so rare. And they're just not anymore. And it sucks. Like I know there's some shadows in here that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this one. Maybe not, probably not. Yes, yes, yes. No, nah, maybe, no, yes. You know, there's a lot in here. It's like half and half. Like if I could take half the palette with me, I would. Actually, I can depot it, but that's stupid. I'm gonna keep this in my maybe pile. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided. I love this Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This is one of my favorites right here. Absolutely love this palette, so I am definitely going to keep that one. Laura Lee, Los Angeles. Talk about controversy. I don't know. Like this holds a special place in my heart because I used to love and adore Laura Lee. And then all that stuff happened with her and I don't really know. I don't know what to do with these palettes. I will say though, I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I actually genuinely am obsessed with this Nudie Patootie palette. If you guys watched my videos, you know that I actually use this palette quite a bit on my channel here for a while, and I do use this palette still off of my channel, like in real life. So I'm gonna keep this one, and I guess I'm gonna compromise and just kick this one out and keep this one because I do love it. It's a beautiful palette. I think it's wonderful. This next palette, I can promise you I will never get rid of, and I have used this thing so much in the last, I think I got it like 6 months ago maybe, and I have used it so much. This is the Biba palette by Natasha Denona. This is my only Natasha Denona palette that I have, and I love it so much. You guys can actually see like how much use I have gotten out of it. Like this black is used, this is my most used color. But yeah, I have gotten really good use out of that. I'm really proud of it. I love this palette so much. If you guys are going to invest in any Biba or any Natasha Denona, I would definitely recommend the Biba. It's just a really good staple, everyday type of palette. I found 2 other palettes. This is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I absolutely love and adore this palette. If you guys are looking for an eyeshadow palette that you can use every single day, I adore this palette. I tell everybody about it. It's such a good staple to invest in you will run through that palette so easy. This is my Dose of Colors Desi and Katie palette. This is one of my favorites as well. I absolutely love this blue. Is like insane. The browns are also amazing and the packaging is amazing. So I'm gonna keep this one for sure. I will keep that one forever. I'm gonna see if there's a palette I can get rid of so you guys aren't bored of seeing all my eyeshadow palettes. This is hard. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. I love this palette. It has a lot of really good neutrals and a lot of really good colorful shadows in here as well. They're all shimmers and there are some really, really good, but I think I have all of these colors. So I need to get rid of this palette because it's really bulky. It's not really doing, oh God, this is so hard. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. That's a maybe. I'm gonna put it to the side along with that Prism palette. That's really, really hard decision to make for me. This is the Lorac Unzipped Ocean Sunset palette. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I talked about this in my last declutter and I wasn't sure whether I wanted to get rid of it and I wasn't ready to get rid of it. But I haven't used it since then. So, I mean, it just needs to go. This is the Master palette by Mario. This is so important to me. I love this palette so much. A keepsakes item for me. It is very special to me. This has been absolutely abused. So this is the Violet Voss X Laura Lee. Another really, really hard palette for me to want to throw out because Laura Lee was literally like Jaclyn Hill is to some of you guys. Like she was my number one, and I will be honest, I do watch some of her videos and I like her. It's just, it's hard. It's hard because you want to just look past someone's past. Everybody says stupid things. Everybody does stupid things. And I'll be honest, I have watched her videos recently and it's hard for me to support her, but it's also hard for me not to support her. I'm just torn. I really like her as a person, but obviously there's a lot of controversy, but I think I just have to get rid of this palette. I don't use it anymore. There's no reason for me to keep it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's hard, it's really hard, but I need to just start decluttering a lot of stuff. This is a BH Cosmetics Carly Bybel palette. I love this palette so much. And you guys seem to like some of the tutorials that I do with it. I don't really know if I should declutter this one or not. This Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. This is actually one of my most used palettes on my brides. If you guys can see, I have gotten some pretty good use out of that. I don't, for some reason, like these tones on myself. Like I think these tones look kind of terrible on me. I don't know why, but when I use this palette on me, I didn't like it. When I use it on everyone else except for me, it's amazing. So this is just my bridal palette and I use it all the time on my clients. This palette you guys have actually never heard me talk about. This is the Makeup Geek in the Nude palette, and I have gotten such good use out of this palette. And I used to use it every single day for the last like year I've used it, but I didn't really talk about whenever I bought it, and now they don't even have it online, which kind of sucks, but I love this palette. I love Marlena. I love Makeup Geek. And I have such a soft place in my heart for her, and I have such a place in my, and I have a special place in my heart for Marlena. My prayers go out to her. I feel like she's just been screwed over so many times, and I really love Makeup Geek. I have always loved their eyeshadows and their products, so I'm going to keep that one. Now, this is the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's. I'm going to keep this because it has all the colorful shades, which I guess in place. What I'm actually deciding to do, instead of keeping this right here, I am going to keep my Masquerade palette because I realize that I like the shimmers inside of here, and all the colorful shadows I need are going to be in here. So I'm gonna keep that, and I am going to, in place, throw that out. Wow, I'm really proud. This is the So Jaded Kathleen Lights ColourPop palette. I really haven't gotten that much use out of this. Maybe I'll do some tutorials now that I'm at home. If you guys want to see a couple with this palette, let me know. I do love this palette. I just haven't really gotten to use it. I don't know. I think I got this palette right when the salon was opening and things just got a little bit crazy. So if you guys want to see some tutorials with this, let me know. I am definitely keeping that one. This is Zulu by Juvia's. I know I'm keeping that. Everybody needs some colorful palettes. This has some really beautiful different shades inside of here. God, these pans are huge. Blue Blood palette, I absolutely adore. Jeffree Star's palettes. They are such good, amazing quality. I don't use this a ton because like how often do I wear blue, you know? But it's more of a collector's thing for me. This is the Through My Eyes ColourPop. I love Set E palette. I am kind of like about this palette. I like it. I kind of like it. I'm going to keep it for a little bit longer just to see if I get any use out of it. If you guys want a tutorial, let me know. Let me know of any of these palettes that you guys want a tutorial on because I'm just going to be sitting at home. This is the BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette. These are some of the best foiled shadows that you can get, especially for the fact that I think this palette is like $14. BH Cosmetics makes some of the best palettes, which goes right into this one. So I'm going to keep this one, but this is the Desert Oasis palette. I love this palette. I have done a tutorial on this before, but these palettes are so, I mean, they're amazing. BH Cosmetics makes really good ones. This is the Festival Weekend one by BH Cosmetics as well. And this right here. So I am going to keep that one. I do like to keep my more colorful palettes, especially if they are really good quality, just for whenever you guys want colorful stuff. And this is my Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Never getting rid of anything Jeffree Star, so I'm keeping that. And then I have these two palettes that I kind of need to go through. So this is all Sydney Grace stuff. Actually, this is all Sydney Grace different single shadows that I have in this NARS little empty palette right here. And then I have this Z palette from, I have different ColourPop shadows, and then I also have a different Makeup Geek shadows in here. So I need to go through and just kind of declutter what shadows I actually want and what shadows I don't want to use. So that pretty much sums up the eyeshadow. I didn't really, I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 palettes. That's a pretty decent amount. And I also got rid of this one earlier too in the previous video. So I mean, 8 palettes, it's pretty good, you guys. I did pretty good. Okay, I know I still have a lot. I understand I have a problem, but 8, and knowing that one of them is Anastasia, like, that's a pretty, that's, oh wait, actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the prism. I know it's hard. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm just gonna toss it in here. I'm gonna get rid of it, okay? Never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Is that how the song goes? I don't know. So yeah, these are the eyeshadows. Okay, so we are on the last part of the declutter. We are now doing blushes, bronzers, highlights, face palettes, anything like that. So I will go ahead and start with this Coty Airspun powder. I've had this for a while. I honestly, oh God, okay. What I was gonna say is that I'm getting rid of it because I hate the smell. Ew, okay, I hate the smell of that more than anything. So I am tossing that, getting that out of here. I have this ColourPop Perk Up. This says it's a pressed powder cheek. I don't know if it's a bronzer. I don't know if it's a blush. I use it as kind of both. I have seen people use it as either one. So I'm gonna keep that. I really like that shade. This is my Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer. You guys have heard my opinions. I don't think this is worth the money. I think it's a great bronzer, don't get me wrong, but I also think that this is a great bronzer too, and this is like 40 bucks. This is like $12. So I would pick up this if you guys have been thinking about getting that. So yeah, keeping those because I did pay so much money. This is the Revlon Skin Lights. I used this in a makeup tutorial I think I did 2 days ago when this video is up. Losing track of the days, but I love this bronzer. It's beautiful. It's a really good drugstore one. It's the one that I'm wearing today, if you guys are curious. My Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This is just a little, tiny little guy that I like to take with me when I travel, but I don't know if I'm keeping this one. I'm gonna put this on the side. I'm having a hard time because I keep a lot of my MAC limited edition stuff because it's just special to me. And this is the Nutcracker collection. And I genuinely love this highlight and I love the blush that comes in here too. So I guess I will just keep this one. And this is another one. This is their Sweet Vision. It's a beautiful blush, but at the same time, I have so many blushes. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's so tough. This is my Always Rosy e.l.f. blush. I think I'll keep that one just for drugstore makeup tutorials. Tarte, I love this blush. This is the Party with 3 A's blush. I love this one. It's so good. I'm gonna get rid of one of these Becca blushes. I'm keeping Tiger Lily. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is Camellia. I'm gonna get rid of that because it's just so pink. And I have so many other blushes. I don't need that. This is the shade Snapdragon. It's beautiful. I'm gonna put that on the side. Don't really know if I wanna keep it or not. This is the California blush. I love this one. It's so beautiful. I love Benefit's packaging always. This is the Gold Rush. I'm kind of torn on whether I want to keep this because it really doesn't, you can't see it a ton on the skin, and I have other blushes that I like more. So I guess I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have another one as backup, so I'm just gonna get rid of that one. If I miss it, I'll just pull out the backup one that I have. This is the NARS Orgasm blush. This is the only blush that I have from NARS, and this is so iconic, so I'm gonna keep this one even though I have a lot of dupes to it. This is amazing. This is so big and I love it. The packaging's cute. Jeffree Star, keeping it. You already know that one. This is the Mega Glow highlighter. Such a good highlighter from Wet n Wild, but you guys know my whole thing with Wet n Wild. It sucks because that one's so pretty. Like, this is gorgeous. Minerals. I'm going to keep this little Bounce and Blur. This is like the tannish one. I really like that as like a bronzer topper for the summertime, but I'm gonna get rid of this only because I got a lot of blushes from Buxom and they look really similar and I like the Buxom ones better. So I'm gonna keep all my Buxom blushes that I have because I've been using these actually quite a bit recently. So I'm gonna keep all my Buxoms and get rid of these Bare Mineral ones because I feel like they came out right after the Bare Mineral ones. This is the e.l.f. bronzer and I think I'm actually just gonna get rid of this. No, actually, I'm gonna put this to the side. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna work our way through it. This is the MAC bronzer. It's this one right here. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I've had it for a while and I don't need it. I need to get rid of it. This is Take Home the Bronze by The Balm. I have 2 bronzers by them, so I need to decide which one I want to keep. They look so similar, but I think I'm going to go with this one because I think that would go better with my skin tone. So I'm gonna keep the Bahama Mama one and get rid of the other one. Dang, you guys, I'm doing so good. I'm gonna get rid of this e.l.f. Modern Metals palette right here. I don't really use it ever. And I am actually going to get rid of this Naked Urban Decay Cherry. This Cherry Trio right here. I'm gonna get rid of that. This is the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder. This is the pink one. I wasn't really a fan of the pink one, to be honest with you guys. I thought it was a little weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. There is a tan one. I don't know if they sell it anymore. I think they discontinued it, but I'm gonna get rid of the pink. It just doesn't do it for me. This is MAC. And this is oh God, this is so hard to get rid of, but I have so many other highlights and this is so old, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't even really buy makeup anymore, you guys. I really don't, unless it's something that I'm out. This is MAC. This is like a pinky rose gold highlighter. It's really pretty, but it's just really pink, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm starting to see how much MAC I have that is wasting room. This is the CoverGirl highlight. I like this for drugstore tutorials. Pretty vulgar bronzer. It's good, but I do have a lot of bronzers that are similar that I'm keeping, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Ofra, of course, gonna keep this one. Dandelion Twinkle by Benefit. It doesn't really serve that much of a purpose for me, so I'm going to get rid of that. Benefit Tickle. This is really pink, and unfortunately this came really, really broken. As you guys can see, isn't it? This highlighter is really pretty and really pink and orangey, so I am going to keep this one because I haven't gotten any chance to use it. I think I might get rid of this one. This is the Balm Mary Luminizer. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then that's it. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I'm gonna get rid of this Lunch Money Super Shock Cheek Shadow actually because this is dried out. So yeah, wow. I am going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this blusher, just so blush on. Go through a part. I'm going to get rid of health. I will keep it just for my drugstore tutorials. This is a good drugstore bronzer. So this is all that I have for you guys. That is me decluttering my entire, wow. I'm proud. Holy cow. Wow, okay, this actually, that actually weighs a lot. So I'm super proud of myself. I feel really good. I feel really refreshed. I definitely recommend you guys doing the same thing. Quit hoarding your shit. Quit holding on to stuff that you haven't touched in 3 years. Quit keeping a lipstick that's moldy. Like, don't keep lipsticks that are moldy. Like, throw your stuff away, okay? But anyways, that is the end of this 2-part declutter series. I hope you guys did enjoy both of these videos. If you guys watched both of them, if not, definitely go check out the one that I uploaded before this. Like I said, it is linked down in my bio. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.